Hi, I'm Kayla, a librarian with the Massanutten Regional Library. Today I have some books that would be great vacation reads for you. Our first book is The Identicals by Elin Hilderbrand. In this book, Harper and Tabitha Frost are identical twin sisters who couldn't be more different. Harper is easygoing, not at all fashionable, unable to keep a job, and the talk of the town due to her last failed romance. She lives on Martha's Vineyard. Tabitha is dignified, fashionable, in charge of a failing fashion boutique, and has questionable parenting skills that she inherited from her mother. She lives on Nantucket. After more than a decade apart, the sisters decide to switch islands and lives in order to save their families. Half of Hilderbrand's covers are always beach scenes, so these just make perfect beach reads in addition to the settings of Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. Our next book is The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. In this book, Patrick, or Gay Uncle Patrick, Gup for short, loves spending time with his niece and nephew, Maisie and Grant. However, he's out of his league when it comes to parenting skills. When tragedy strikes, Patrick is left as the guardian of Maisie and Grant. Patrick must learn to be a parent and help the kids deal with the grief of losing their mother. I haven't read this book yet, but it's one that I've been wanting to get to. I've only heard good things about this book, and it sounds like it'd be a really heartwarming read where Patrick, Maisie, and Grant are all learning from each other. Our next book is The Night Shift by Alex Finlay. On the night of New Year's Eve, 1999, 4 teenagers are attacked and killed at a Blockbuster video store in New Jersey. 1 teen survives. Police identify a suspect quickly, but he flees and is never seen again. 15 years later, teens are attacked at an ice cream store in the same town, and again, 1 survives. Is it the same killer, or is it a copycat? The story is told through 3 different perspectives: the lone survivor of the Blockbuster attack, forced to relive the tragedy, the brother of the original suspect who believes the police had the wrong guy, and FBI agent Sarah Keller, who is tasked with looking into both nights and all the victims to determine who committed the murders. I love books that use multiple perspectives. I think it's fascinating to see into the minds of several different characters rather than just one. We get to see how Ella has dealt with the trauma of the Blockbuster attack, how Chris has dealt with being the brother of a presumed killer, and how, as an adult, he tries to find his brother to prove his innocence, and how Agent Keller, who was also in Finley's previous book, Every Last Fear, works to solve cases. Another thing that I love seeing in books is dual timelines. This book is set in 1999 and in 2015, alternating between the Blockbuster massacre and the ice cream store massacre. Secrets are uncovered in this book, and I was certainly not expecting a few of the twists. If you're looking for a quick-paced thriller that you won't be able to put down, check this one out. Our next book is Hiking and Traveling the Blue Ridge Parkway by Leonard M. Adkins. This book would be really helpful if you were planning a trip on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I did a trip down the Blue Ridge Parkway to Asheville a couple of years ago, and this book would have helped out a lot. It gives information on just about anything that you would need to know: camping, dining, lodging, hiking, shopping, and where restrooms are located. It also tells you where you can get off the parkway to visit attractions or towns. There's some really great maps at the beginning here. You have different views of the parkway. And then those maps also show where different trails are, as well as cities and the campgrounds. It gives you a description of what you'll find at different milepost markers, whether it's a trailhead, a visitor center, an overlook, or something else. One thing that I also really like about this book is that it gives information on how long trails are, how difficult they are, and a detailed breakdown of what you will pass on the trail. Our last book is A Walk Along the Beach by Debbie Macomber. Willa and Harper are complete opposites. Willa raised her sister Harper and her brother Lucas after their mother died and their father dealt with his grief. As an adult, Willa helped Harper through a terrible illness, putting her own life on hold. Now that Harper is better and the 2 sisters live as roommates, Willa has decided to try opening her own bakery and coffee shop. After dealing with an illness, Harper had big plans to live life to the fullest. When she tells Willa of her plans to climb Mount Rainier, Willa fears that Harper will push herself too far, putting her life in danger again. Harper pushes Willa to do something out of her comfort zone, like taking a chance at love with a new customer named Sean O'Malley. Life continues to throw challenges at them, and both sisters will learn how important family is. I haven't read this Debbie Macomber book, but I have read others, and her books are always quick, easy reads for me. I always think of Macomber's books as being pretty lighthearted, but the ones that I've read have been relatively light, but also had some drama to them. For me, this is a perfect beach read. Don't forget to pick up a book at the library for your travels. Until next time, happy reading.